Welcome to another video. In this video, we'll be talking about how to turn your experience into a digital asset, and there's step-by-step guide on how you can do it. So take out your pen and your writing material so that we can extract something out for you from what you already know. So one thing I want you to know is if you ever worked or if worked in a field for 2 years, there's a high chance you are sitting on a digital asset already. So not because you are a creator, but because you solve problem, build system, or learn what works. So the reason you are not making money from it is, isn't that you need more knowledge. It's that you will never extract it. So today I'm going to show you a step-by-step process to turn your experience into a revenue generating digital asset without becoming an expert or spending months building the advantage. So let me promise something. What you'll be learning at the end of this video, you have a one strong digital asset idea, a way to filter weak idea, a simple method to structure your knowledge until you know the price. So let's dive in. So the first step is identify your hidden asset, what we call experience inventory. So one challenge is that most professionals don't lack knowledge, they lack extraction. So we start with 5 questions. Don't overthink this, just answer fast. Write it down in your book. So first thing you need to do in the first step of this is identify hidden asset. And we have a 5 questions that we do walk people through to achieve this. And the first question is, what problem have you solved repeatedly in your profession, in what you are doing? So number two, what do people constantly ask you about regarding your field? People in your field asking you, or someone that wants to join your field, or something that people, maybe you are successful in, that people to ask you about. Write it down. The third one is what feels easy to you now that once feels confusing. That one thing that it is very hard when you are starting, but now it is normal because you are doing it every day. Write those things down. So number four, what mistake did you make earlier that you no longer make? What are those mistakes when you start to join, or when you are doing what you are doing now that you make back then that you are not making now? Write those mistakes down. And the fifth is, what process do you follow without needing thinking? What are those things that it is now part of you that you can do without you thinking? Write those 5 things down. If you can answer at least three clearly, you already have a raw material. So let me give you a micro example regarding this. So if you are in HR, you might know something on onboarding. So maybe if you are in operation, it might be workflow cleanup. If you are in sales, it might be handling objection. If you are in education, it might be lesson plan on examination prep. So these are the things that you can actually bring something out. So once you have this, the next step is we run it through extract. So that is the framework. Extract. So turn experience into sellable idea. Now choose your strongest idea and tell with extract. You can do this for each. You need to pause the video and follow up with the extract framework. So the extract framework, the E stand for extract repeated action. So what specific action do you take constantly? So the rule here is that if you cannot list action, you don't have an asset here yet. You have a topic. Now, example is so not like saying management, not project management, but something around how I run a 20-minute weekly sprint meeting that keeps project on track. That is what an action that you do repeatedly. But if you say project management, okay, what can you do? So that's the first one. So the next one is expose pain point. What was frustrating before you figure this out? People pay to escape pain, especially what are those pain? That is confusion, wasted time, repeated mistake, career risk, looking incompetent, missing promotion, frontier. What does this problem cost them in time, money, or stress? Look at you when you are starting this. What does it cost you? So, in time, money, or stress. So, the next the next P, which is T, is translate it into step. Break your process into steps. The rule of this is if it can be broken into steps, it is not yet an asset. So a knowledge that cannot be broken into steps, it is not an asset. So and the next one is the how. So the how. Refine the outcome. What specific result does this produce? Complete the self test. This sentence that after using this, someone will be able to. After using this, let us relate an HR will be able to execute meeting with source. Another example here is after using, someone will be able to plan a month of content system, reduce onboarding time by 30%, write a proposal that closes high quality plan, stop making the money the same earlier career mistake. So you need to refine your outcome. So, because if there is not an if your knowledge does not have an outcome, it is not an asset. So the A stands for align to a specific audience. I want you to be precise. Who are you helping? I help who? Is it professional? Is it artisan? Is it school leavers? Put it there. So you struggle with what are they struggling with? Maybe lead generation, maybe visibility. You put it there. And example of bad uh, audience selection is okay. I help professional. What kind of professional do you help? So that one is better. So the better one that you can use is I help entry level project manager who struggle with scope creep. Now, anybody that struggle with scope creep, you know that okay, your content will be valuable. So clarity increases value. So the C, now once you have the A, next thing is C, convert into a simple format. Your first asset should be simple. Sample one out of it. So is that checklist, template, step-by-step guide, worksheet, mini worksheet. So workshop. So what does this mean? A checklist is an itemized point or something someone needs to do to achieve a desirable result. Template is something you are using already that someone else can implement to achieve a result. Step by step is what you have done, experience you've lived before, but you can document the step how you do it. So, and what you create guide around it. So, this one is worksheet. Worksheet is you give a kind of how you do things and you want to train them on that. So that is worksheet. Mini workshop is bringing or doing a little walkthrough with you there. So that is a mini workshop. So start with format that makes your process easier to apply in mass. So the last is the T. T is test before building. You can show this idea first. How will you test it? So option is post DM mini beta conversation. Sometimes you are using mini beta. On camera, I said testing is not launching. Testing is they want solution. So and they will exchange something for it. Their attention is email or money. Number three is use the asset filter. Kill weak idea first. Before you build anything, your idea must pass this test. The first test is this problem painful? That thing you pick, is it painful? So the next one is, have I personally solved it? Have you solved it personally? The next is, can it be broken into steps? The next is, will someone pay to stop speak figuring it out? So the last step is what? Can someone apply this within 7 days and see result? If you check at least 4, move forward it is. So move forward. If not, refine. You need to refine. So step 4, position with one step ahead. You don't need to be an expert. You need to be one step ahead of someone. So complete this. Who are you step ahead? I am one step ahead of my colleagues in work or something like that. So the next is, they struggle with what? What are they struggling with? So are they struggling with climate generation, lead generation? And what can you help them to achieve? I can help them to achieve what? So what are those things do you want them to achieve that they can achieve with your guide? So that becomes your position. Stop competing with experts. Serve people behind you. So step 5 is define your first asset, make it real. Now we make it concrete. Feeders. What is the name of the asset? Targeted audience, core business, core result, the format you want it, pattern price, and the first validation action. First validation action is testing, okay, with this work, and the last is date you will share it. So most people fail because they keep it abstract. The moment you name it, define the audience and define the result, you can sell it. So validation, so you don't waste week. Your first asset is not about perfection, it's about proof. Pick one validation action. How can you validate your idea? Firstly, post a simple outline on the social media platform. DM 10 people who match the audience that you are going to serve. Offer a mini beta to 5 people to test it out and have a short conversation regarding it. So arouse interest. So a simple GM script that you can use. Question dash. Okay. Two question at the end. Are you currently struggling with income generation? I'm putting together a simple workshop that help you achieve uh, financial freedom. Want me to send you outline? So if yes, you are onto something. So one thing I want you to know, experience disappear when unused. Asset compound. You don't need more knowledge, you need better extraction. If you want the start workshop or worksheet version of the vice of what we cover, this is called the experience extraction checklist. It helps you identify your first asset idea, filter weak idea, structure what you know, and validate before building. Check the description link below, or check the comment section to copy it and download it. To see you inside, which way a good extraction uh, education. So I want to ask you a question. What idea do you think from your experience can actually generate income for you? So comment it in the comment section below. Thank you.